Music. Where's my music? You hear it?
I don't hear the music.
Okay, that means David's got to get the music. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Bear with me, please. Wait, let me get back in the studio. Welcome, everyone. I'm David Silvani to Take Two Radio Soaps in Review. And Tam, I hope you're still with me.
I'm still here, David.
Okay. All right. And I guess we have a major glitch. We're supposed to hear the music and it didn't. All right. So let's start out, see what's new with everybody. We only have Tam here because we have a couple absences tonight. CAROLYN and Lisa are both preoccupied, and Liz is preoccupied. So Tam and I are going to cover 2 hours probably in about 30 minutes.
We can do it. We can do
it. I'm sorry about the music. Well, I'll have to go on that later. So tell me what have you been up to in the past 2 weeks?
Oh, for me?
Yes.
Personally, I've been up to crowns, up to elbows in crowns, and it's our festival year, and so we've had our judging and getting ready for our big festival. It's October 7th, 8th, and 9th, and I'm in charge of the queens, and so I've had my hands and elbows, and however that saying goes, up to elbows and crowns and tiaras and sashes, and lots of fun.
Lots of fun, huh? And you're
Lots
staying healthy.
Fun. And staying healthy, yes.
Staying healthy. School was returned.
Yes.
And
colleges are back in session. Grade schools, all the schools are back in session. So.
And so everything is as it should be.
Yes.
For the new year.
How about you, David?
Yeah. Me? Oh, let me see. What has happened? Getting my nephew out. Just started his freshman year at college.
Oh.
So happy for him. He's enjoying it so far. He was up on September 1st. He had to be there, and let me see, we're going on week 3, and he loves it. I'm just thrilled for him.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it is. And then my niece is starting her junior year in high school. She just got her permit yesterday. And after turning 16, and I think right now that's the only thing she's happy about.
Oh. Well, that's a lot to be happy about when you're 16. That's a whole new type of freedom.
Yeah, it is. It is. So are we ready to take it?
We're ready to take it.
All right. Now, I missed today's B&B. I'm a little behind, and Quinn and Eric have taken center stage.
Yes. I love Quinn and Eric.
I do, too. She keeps things moving. I want to believe she's sincere. I'd like to believe it. What do you think? Give me your view.
I so want to believe it, but you know I fear that the other shoe will drop. That's what I fear.
Yeah. No, I missed today. You can fill us in on today. Did you see today's yet?
Yes. Thorne was there today, and Felicia was there today. And
yep, I saw Thorne. Felicia came on this morning.
Yes,
They're
and
all against
Thorne
this
said
wedding,
that
aren't they?
yeah, they're all against it, but Thorne felt on the spot, and he said yes, that he would, you know, stand, be his dad's, I guess, best man. And so after Eric left, everyone was like, why did you do that? And he said, well, he put a spot, it's our dad. What am I supposed to do? And I really enjoyed Quinn spoke to Steffi today, and I really felt she gave a lot of good wisdom to Steffi. And, she pleaded and wanted Steffi's acceptance of this relationship with Eric, and now she's, marrying him. And, Steffi is hurting her husband and her granddad, as she calls him, but I understand why everyone is worried about Quinn, but right now Quinn really isn't a threat.
No, I don't see her as a threat right now. Maybe if they get off her back and let her relax, she might slip.
Yes.
But the romantic in me wants to believe that they make each other happy.
Yes. Eric does seem happier. He seems younger. Seems to be enjoying life, and why shouldn't he? He's worked hard all of his life, and and it is hard to move on. So he's moving on, and not in the direction that his children want by any means. But I would much rather Quinn with Eric than I should say Scott.
Yeah, I know it. Would much rather see her with Quinn than with Liam.
Liam. Oh my gosh, all I could think of was Scott. Liam. Yeah, so I'm enjoying the Quinn scenes, and so this marriage is really rocking this whole house. Literally the whole family. So, and RJ is back.
RJ's back, and he means for a 14, 15-year-old, he means business.
Yes, he does.
I guess that the wedding is on hold. But
yes.
So are Bill's shares.
Right, and that's yes. She won't get those shares until she marries him, and now you got RJ saying you're not getting married. This won't happen, and so now we get those shares until they get married, and so.
That's the rub and all that. So I mean, something's got to give in that relation, and all of that. I mean, that's being cluster caught. Everything is happening in one area. I mean, everyone's just about involved. I'd like to see Kristen and Tony come over, too. This affects the whole family. I mean, Zenday's parents should be there. And then we got one more. Do I have one more? No. Kristen, Felicia's there already. Thorne's there already. RJ's there. Oh, God. Everybody is there. Except for Katie. I haven't seen her.
I haven't seen Katie. I'm not sure where Katie is.
Maybe.
I think Brooke going to marry Bill so quickly, and, what a slap in the face to her sister.
Yeah, it is. But I just wish that he would have just given the shares to Katie.
Yes.
It would have been easier that way. But I don't know. Do you think? What do you think? Do you think Ridge might want to take care of Brooke himself?
No, say that again. I got to think that pattern out.
You think Ridge would want to take care of Brooke himself?
Yes, I do. I think Ridge is hating this marriage, but his eye is on the shares.
His eye is on the shares and not Brooke.
And not Brooke.
Yeah. Well, something's got to give in that relationship. Something's got to give.
Yes.
So let me see. We got Quinn and Eric. We have Wyatt worrying about his marriage. And you know how I feel about Steffi. She's doing the same thing Quinn did to Liam. She's holding Wyatt hostage.
She is. Yes.
She's got to
absolutely
get out of that trap and not concentrate on her. And Wyatt doesn't want to let her go, but and then you still have Liam waiting there over in the side, and that's why he won't let her go.
Right. And I'm sure as once Liam starts to think, okay, maybe I will give up. You know, I'm kind of hanging out with Ivy, and things look good there. And then Steffi's going to say, okay, I'll take you now.
Yeah, I know. I'm
yeah.
wondering. I'm hopeful for Ivy. I hope she gets somebody. I feel bad for her, but you know she's the only one with an open mind.
Yes.
She is the only one with an open mind. I don't know if just because it suits her agenda, or maybe she just has an open mind herself. She just doesn't want to cause any more trouble than she already has. She still loves Liam. In a way, I hope she falls back in love with him. Something instant with him. I don't know how long Liam can wait for Steffi. She's really off limits in my eyes. I mean, she would be off my radar.
Yes. Well, she should have been off his radar when he came back and realized that she married his brother, but
Yeah.
But
and we have nobody. Is there anything else we got on B&B that... See, Quinn and Eric are the main thing.
Yes, they're the...
Oh, I know. Okay. How many people out there, if you're listening, saw Maya sing the Star-Spangled Banner?
My hand's in the air.
Your hand's in the air?
My hand. That was. She has a beautiful voice.
She does, and I was touched because I think that's the first time I ever heard her. But I knew she could sing. And
okay.
a little bird told me. Well, I want to tell you, Pam and I, we did an interview with Lawrence St. Victor on our show.
Oh.
And he mentioned, this was a while back, when he started playing Carter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he always knew her because, you know, he and Carla, they were both on Guiding Light together when it, you know, in its last days. So he let us know that she could really sing. And she can.
Oh, she definitely can. They need to have her singing more often. that was
yeah,
really
they do.
great.
You know what I'd like? I'd like to see her, if they change the theme song to Bold and the Beautiful, maybe she could sing it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I think that would be. I mean, they did that on They did that on One Life. They had a couple of the cast sing the theme song. But I think they should utilize her vocal talents.
I agree.
And give her more. Give her, if Forrester can do something for Maya vocally, be like a, you know, almost like a Star Search type of thing, or
yes,
America's Got Talent type of thing. I think that would be. I think that would be a great idea. Well, that's a little offshoot, and we got to see Vivian for a little bit.
Yes.
And Julius is MIA, no pun intended. But I know I spelled it wrong, but Julius is MIA, and there was a little. We're missing Nicole and Sasha. We got to see more of them. They're missing in action.
Yes, they're missing.
Hopefully there's more on Rick's storefront coming up too. But it seemed, and I hate to repeat myself, but it looks like this wedding is taking center stage and upstaging everything else.
Yes.
Okay, so that's our B&B. And I think I got it. We're on 7. We're going on 7:19 according to me. I'm a little slow. Okay, you ready for days?
I'm ready for days.
Okay. We know that Kate took Tate.
Yes, and she's not going to be punished. Yeah.
She's not going to be punished for it because she got into the Kyriakis Encyclopedia Britannica, so to speak.
Yes.
And got all the goods on both of them. So if she goes, then they're going to go.
Yes.
So Victor ended up framing the drug dealer.
Yes, that was good.
That's one way to get out of it,
that's one way to get out of it. Yeah.
But now I was wondering, and I know that's one thing that they don't want to tell the family. I wonder how much that the family knows about all that art and that they've stolen all over the years. They can't even, Victor and Deimos can't even tell the family.
Right.
Because I think they'd be in deep with him, wouldn't they?
I would think so.
They'd be keeping them out. They would be keeping them out in a sight, so maybe it's better this way. Boy, what a spin on that one, though, huh?
Yes.
That was pretty clever maneuvering. And why not blame him? I mean, he was partially responsible anyway.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
He was, because he was the one that provided the drugs that Teresa took. Am I right?
Yes. I really enjoyed the writing of that story, because the way that, the path that took you down and the loops and peaks and the valleys, I just really enjoyed. I mean, I've enjoyed it. It's got a nice flow to it, the consistency, and everyone's. You can see how the arms stretch out, or the branches stretch out to tree, how it affects everybody. I've really enjoyed it.
And it is. It's looking good. Like I said, the new season started on September 6th. And and we're seeing. I'm liking the improvements. I like the prison break. I was absolutely floored when I saw Eduardo come out of that wagon.
Oh.
I said, I'm looking like, says, what the heck is he doing in there in the first place? And he is indirectly responsible for those three getting out.
Yes.
And John is covering his ass.
Yeah.
No one needs to know. No one needs to really know that, because he didn't know who any of them are anyway.
Right.
Right. So, what do we got? We got Eduardo's back. Adriana's gone. She left town. I knew she was going. Let me see. So, we got Dario working for Deimos, looking after Chloe.
Yes, looking out. That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, looking out for.
Yeah.
And we got the triple threat haunting Salem.
Yes.
And remind me, if I ever have a child, never name him Milo. I can't believe that. Now, you haven't been watching in the past when Orpheus first came on, have you?
No.
That's like years ago.
Yeah, I've seen it on, I went on YouTube to get the back history, but go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
What was that? Go ahead.
I said I went on YouTube and I was watching some back, footage of when he was on there before, and then they're doing the flashbacks too. So.
They are. Yeah, they are. Was he a rogue ISA agent? I believe.
Was he? I'm sorry. What did you say? What was he?
I think he was a rogue ISA agent. I mean, he went.
Oh yeah. That's yeah.
And it happened in Sweden way back then with John and Marlena and Roman.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to recall it, and I can't. But we got Xander already went after Teresa.
Yes.
Clyde went after Kate. And how about that nice little battle with the gun between Chad and Clyde?
Oh yeah, that was good.
That was wasn't that good?
Yeah, that was really good. You know, and yeah.
So let's see what else we got. I guess everybody.
You know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, David. Go ahead.
We have everybody moving in to Victor's.
That place
God bless
has
them
to be
all.
huge. Yes.
That's a lot of pride to swallow right there.
Yes.
Oh my God! Everybody in one house, and they had to make Victor swallow it because Chloe's coming in to live with him, and I actually thought Victor and Philip did make up after the fact. I mean, after Orpheus made his first move.
Yes.
On there, I thought Philip and Victor were
scene.
making up.
I did too, and I thought that was a really touching scene.
Yeah, it was. It was very touching, and I thought it was him. And then I don't know, for some reason he didn't want Philip to move in. He still doesn't trust him, but Brady said it forward. He told everyone to shut their mouths and not fight with each other.
Yeah.
And keep together and remember there's safety in numbers. They have to stand together with him. And poor Sonny got the shock of his life when Victor had to admit to him that it was Clyde that had him stabbed last year.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And remember, for some reason, I think Victor had to keep silent about that. If my mind is going, because I can't recall why. I think maybe because Clyde had something on Victor, if he ever said anything. He said that he probably threatened Sonny's life. And
right, I think he did. Yeah.
Even after that. Oh my God. It's gruesome. Now, did you catch it today?
Yes.
Okay, why didn't you fill everybody in?
Oh gosh, let's see what happened today. Well, they came in and they had Patch came home to find his wife and son being held hostage, and then he started antagonizing them, which was really good. And then, of course, he gets hit in the head with the butt of the gun, and he passes out. And then when he wakes up, Kayla's there with him, but they have Joey now.
Yes, Joey too.
Yes. And then Gabby was able to get a text to JJ that she was locked in the safe room, and then he was able to rescue them, but of course it was hot in there, and they start stripping down to their little skivvies. So when he rescued them, they didn't have their they didn't have
Any
much
clothes
on.
on?
Well,
JJ,
they had, you know.
JJ and Gabby, or Chad and Gabby?
Chad and Gabby. Yeah, he rescued Chad
geez.
and Gabby.
Yeah,
and,
that would be a shock
course,
for JJ, wouldn't it?
Yes. And then why they, Gabby and Chad were inside the safe. They were, or safe room, I guess it's called. They were, you know, kind of reminiscing and just chatting it up, and kind of felt a little bit of chemistry going on there with them, you know. So.
How about that? So that's what I have to look forward to today, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so it was a lot more of Orpheus than the other two?
Well, they were all in it together, though. But Patch was able to get under Xander's skin, and then he just kept taunting and kept going, and then finally Orpheus just got him on the side of the head. And so.
Huh. Oh my God. Well, that's a lot to look forward to. So
yes.
Where did they leave us until tomorrow?
Oh, let's see. Where did they leave us? Let's see. The baby was crying. I remember that. I'm trying to remember what happened at the end.
Tate was crying?
Yes. No. Yes. Is it Tate that they have? Yes. And Ari. And they're locked in a room. My mind is blank on what his name is. On Theo. Theo's the caregiver. Not Tate, it's Thomas. He's with Thomas and Ariana.
Thomas.
Yes, during the blackout. And then he finds himself, you know, he has to take care of them because and then then the blackout happened, and he's in the room with them. And then all the screaming and the yelling and the crying, and they're pounding on the door trying to get the door open to get into them, and it's dark and the baby's crying, and and he just takes his hands and covers his face and his ears, because with all the noise and commotion and fuss that's going on.
Well, how about?
So I think that's where that ended. I'm pretty sure that was the last scene. There's nothing like to put you on edge when a baby's crying.
Yeah, so we have a lot to look forward to?
Yes.
So I guess I think that's it for days for now.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, I think we got our share of days. Hopefully, listeners, if you're out there, please call. We'd love to have you call in and talk to us about anything. Call us at Take Two Radio. It's 1-718-506-1540, and press 1 to talk to us. And I really rather wait for Christine. I hope she can make it.
Okay.
Let me see. Where are you? Okay. Why don't we... Okay, let's go into GH.
Okay.
And then we can always double back when she comes in.
Okay.
Now, I don't believe that Charlotte is Nathan's daughter for 1 minute.
I don't either.
This is just coming out of the blue. And she's just using a... Do you think... I think it might be either that guy that she was with, if she's even making that up, if Claudette is even making that up too. If that
I have
guy
a wild theory on that.
You don't think it's Griffin's, do you?
No, I don't.
That's your wild theory?
No, my wild theory is Valentine Cassadine.
Oh, I like your wild theory better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then yes. That's my wild theory. And then, there was talk for a while that the little girl Athena was coming and she belonged to somebody in town, and right? Okay, so what if Athena is really Charlotte, a.k.a. Charlotte, and Daphne is her caretaker, and Daphne may even have possession of Starbucks and Lulu's embryo. So.
Yeah, and Robert said that there's no trace of anyone named Daphne on that property now.
Right.
And
no address.
Which I am completely confused.
Yeah.
But I thank Gene and Shelley for confusing me, because otherwise then I can figure it out. If I figure it out, then, after watching soaps for 30-some-odd years, you would think I could figure something out, but I am stumped.
Yeah.
I am stumped.
Well, the hard selling point for me is she's in so much danger, but you've been in town for months, and you're just now bringing it up. That's the hard sell for me.
Yeah.
So, I know the story's fresh, and there's still tomorrow, but...
Yeah, it is.
It's always tomorrow.
It's just... it's just a lot to take in. What do you like? Okay, so we got Griffin trying to make peace with Nathan and Maxie and trying to use his wiles to get Claudette out and leave them alone. He didn't like being used in the same fashion, and he's just another one of her victims.
Yes.
I don't know if she might be a lot more dangerous than she lets on.
Well, could be. And for Dr. O to just watch the video and say, oh, yes,
Oh my God, that just surprised me to tears, because she's the first one to not accept anything at face value.
Right. It was kind of out of character for the character, but then maybe she's trying to
get the goods.
Play a player, maybe she's onto her and like, okay, I know how to, I don't know. But then Dr. O brought the tears out, so I don't know. But I love Kathleen. She's just wonderful.
Yeah, she's just wonderful. She's just like, oh, Nathan, you made me a grandmother.
Yes.
and poor Nathan is
and when
sitting
Claudette,
there.
Yeah, and when Claudette, replied back to her, and then, in the ending of Doctor, mimicking her, I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, it was just, it's unbelievable that that this is happening, and I can't get over it. Let me see, what else is good on it? Oh my God, I can't believe Julian is basically, he got let off on a technicality because...
Eye roll.
The eye roll, yes. Because Paul was blackmailed by Ava to sort of throw the case. That's how I look at it.
Right.
Ava knows that Paul is... What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
We had that.
Hey, look at... We have a caller.
Yay!
We have a caller. Let's bring her on.
I hope it's one of my GH buddies.
Hey, you're on Take Two Radio Soaps and Review. This is David and Tamara. Who are we speaking to?
One guess.
Christine?
Christine?
Yes.
Yay!
Hi. We've been waiting. We
How
took
are you
care
guys?
of the first. We're doing good. We took care of the first two soaps. We did Bold and the Beautiful in days already, and we were saving Y&R GH for you.
What do you want to talk about first?
Okay, let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Who do we have here? We got another caller.
Oh,
great.
So,
Yay!
Tam, why don't you occupy Christine while I check on this caller?
Okay.
And you can, okay? Let me see.
So, Christine, what do you think about Julian getting off of this?
God. So, I don't know who wrote that or why. It's just not... I know it's a soap, but it's not realistic either. Like, it's not logical then. Let's put it that way, because it sounds weird putting soap and reality together. So let's say it's not logical what has happened. So now we have, one of the things that's actually bothered me a lot is Alexis is a very strong person. She's blunt. She's to the point. And we have a very frazzled, very unedged Alexis, but no thanks to Paul, what he did to her either. So, and then we have Sunny. We know Sunny's going to, you know what, Sunny wouldn't stand for this. And I don't know, can't see into the future, and I haven't looked at any spoilers yet. We don't know, we know Carly is afraid Sunny will go off, but will he go off?
Yes.
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where you get her? You're on GH now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Christine is giving us her summation of Julian.
Yeah, so I think
it.
Julian's in deep trouble. I think Sunny, I'm hoping Sunny is going to do something, and he's going to want justice. He wants justice for Duke, justice for what happened to Alexis. He's protecting his children at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering, it would be nice to see that, well, is Jason not worried about Sam and her father in this situation?
Exactly.
His children, Julian's their grandfather. Is he not concerned? Is he?
Danny's grandfather. Right?
Yes, and our, the new bundle on the way, right?
Yes.
Right.
So, is he not worried about this? That's a piece that's, you would think like Sunny and Jason now would have this conversation saying, he got off. We've got issues. how does Jason feel about it? That's another thing that's been bothering me. Julian's, I don't know how he's going to walk around town without looking over his shoulder. And he's also very cocky about it too right now.
Yeah,
and Julian taunting, going into Metro Court and taunting Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know where the writers are going, but I hope this flips soon because it's not fun to watch evil win constantly. And, you know, we had Alexis, like you said, was a very strong woman, and now she's just, you know, a bundle of putty, you know.
Yeah. Can I
so many
point
characters
out
are out
too?
of character.
Yes.
Pardon?
No, I was just saying, you're right. They are out of character. And the other thing is, too, when does justice prevail on GH? Because we are seeing a lot of people get away with their crimes.
Get away with murder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna bring on another caller that was waiting. She's listening, and you all know her. We all know her, and everyone, welcome Sharda.
Hey.
You're on the...
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Have you been listening, Sharda?
I have been listening, and I totally agree. I mean, the thing about, you know, we heard the phrase justice for Duke for, I think, like a year and a half. I don't know how long. But we just need some justice to occur on GH. You know, it's all the bad guys are getting away with everything. And quite frankly, I mean, I've put it on posts and different things, but the Jerome, Julian, and Ava have either killed or hurt so many people in Port Charles. I mean, it's frustrating to see them walk around as smug as they do. So I totally agree. And I don't know what's going to stop it. Like, I don't know if it's going to take, you know, Kiki getting killed or, you know, seriously injured again, because it really didn't stop Ava when she got shot because she allowed guns into the city. But it's just going to take something really harsh and drastic, I think, to give them some sort of pause. But I hope Sonny is the one to take them down.
Oh, I do too.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's 2 years later, and we are right back from where we began with Sonny versus Ava and Julian. We're right back to where we were.
Yes.
Yeah,
we've
gone circle.
And you know what's odd? Anna should be there. Anna should be in that courtroom. Anna should be pushing. Like her testimony, she was there. She was a witness. She knows what happened.
Yes.
But all
Anna's
the most
coming.
Slowly.
She's on her way back.
I think she's on a boat, rowing.
A slow boat.
Oh, she's on her.
I don't know.
She's on her way back.
Good Lord.
She's on her way back to PC.
But I would like
Anna, if you're listening, hurry.
Yeah.
Right.
Get a speedboat, get a plane ticket, do something. Because it's odd without her.
He's been acquitted, so you know, I'm assuming he can't be tried again for these crimes, right?
Double jeopardy.
Yep, right.
Unless there's unless there's an offense that's on top of that. He can be I think he can be tried again. A new offense has to be on top of that. On top of that.
Oh, on top of that. Okay, maybe. Okay, you could be right.
So what do you mean,
But
like if
I'm
he
sure,
creates a crime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he kills somebody else, well, something if something they find something out extra from what he did, then I think they can retry him.
Because they never tried him for making that one young man overdose, did they?
No.
Yes. They didn't. They didn't do anything. They kind of just let it go.
They're like, oh, he's a drug addict. Oh, well, he's dead. You know, like, somebody loved him, you know? So, yeah. Crazy. Yeah, and poor Alexis, she's just a weeping alcoholic at this point.
She's falling apart.
Take it. I cannot take watching her. I mean, I know those scenes have got to be so exhausting for Nancy. I mean, she's rocking them, but my goodness. I get tired just looking at her.
Poor thing. I think we need justice for Alexis. What do you think?
I think that's great. I think
justice for Alexis, and we need to tie up the serial killer. We need Paul to get caught, go to jail, and pay for what he's done to Sabrina and everyone else.
I mean, goodness gracious.
But I think Paul's going to get off because I don't think he's behind it.
I have a feeling he's the mayor.
I think he's doing it. I think he's blackmailed into it by someone who's actually behind all this. And it has to be someone that
is powerful.
Is powerful enough. And it had to have been way back then when Steve was still doctor. I think someone's got something on Paul. I don't think he's in it alone.
Maybe there's two other people in on it.
Yeah, I always thought originally that there were two people working, because wasn't Paul at the nurse's ball when Bobby was attacked?
Yes.
Or
yes, he was.
Lucas. I mean, so like there has to be someone else working with him. It's just crazy. All I know is this man is walking around town with this needle in his hand. I mean, Stevie Wonder can see him, and he's not gotten caught. They've not looked at any hospital cameras. It's just insane. They need to hurry up and wrap that up.
It would be nice.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who. Now, I'm not. My memory isn't as good as it used to be, but have you guys watched when Tracy first married Paul?
I don't remember.
Is that when she purposely got pregnant with Dylan?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember some of that. Because she was really, she basically blackmailed him.
So I'm not sure. Now, he has a daughter, Susan?
Right. That's what I was about to mention. He goes completely psycho whenever somebody talks about her. So
yeah.
I heard, so apparently she was really sick as a child.
I imagine. Yeah. And I think he used that to get out why he killed Sloane.
Well, no, he said that Sloane raped her or something or attacked her.
Yeah. Yeah. He was.
But do we know that's really true, or did Paul make that up just to justify why he did what he did to Sloane towards Anna? Is there proof?
They
never really followed up with it.
They never did. That's what I mean. I can't. When you don't have that flow, that continuous, and you leave those pieces out. GH is saying, the writers are saying to the fans, here, you piece it together. Or we're gonna forget about it. The fans will forget about it too.
Right. And little do they know, we don't forget much. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to put these pieces together. And quite frankly, when they rewrite something that they wrote within the last 6 months, it's hard to, follow.
Definitely hard.
It is hard. It can be hard to follow. So I'm trying. Susan Susan was his daughter with Jenny?
Yes.
Okay. Jenny Eckert, right?
Yes, she's
Is that Bill Eckert's sister?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. They were cousins, right?
Okay.
Are they cousins or were they brother and sister?
I don't know.
I think Jenny and Bill were brother and sister.
So they're related to the Spencers then, because they're cousins.
Yeah, offshoot.
Right.
That's when I started watching. So that's why I asked. That's when I started watching GH, about that time.
Wow.
Yeah. So my memory is hazy at best. So that's why I'm going to refer to others if they can remember more.
But, you know, even with that, I was still trying to piece together the other day, like, the people that have passed, I don't even know what the ties are. Like, what is his goal? Was his goal to shut down GH? Because he did that. But then he turns around and he's trying to sneak upstairs and stab Monica
and get
again.
Monica back.
I mean, like, what are the ties? Supposedly, it wasn't Carlos. It was him that shot Sonny when he first came to Port Charles. What on earth does Sonny have to do with it? You know, to me, it still seems random, and it still seems like they don't have it. They haven't quite planned out what they're going to do with these killings.
It's like they don't want us to connect the pieces yet. They don't want us to follow, or it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it, Christine?
There's one person that comes to mind that could be behind this. That's got Paul, and we've seen him before, and I think and I know he worked with him before. I'm checking up on I'm thinking Faison, because he used to be involved with him in the beginning too. That's when Faison came on, the time I started watching. So it was when they had that cartel.
Mm-hmm. Because he is connected to the mob.
Yeah, he is, sort of. That whole Bill, Harlan Barrett, Paul, I think, was part of that. Scotty's wife that passed away, her father. I can't remember her name. Dominique's father. Oh. It was Leopold, right? Leopold Taub. Her father and Faison, they were all part of that cartel. So, and that's when Faison was basically, legitimate until he got all dirty like that.
Well, he must not know that Paul was trying to come on to Anna. Or Paul would have been killed off a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. There you go there.
So true.
You know what the writer said that... Oh, go ahead.
What else is on your mind on GH? We want justice for Alexis. We want justice for the hospital.
Yeah. And I want to say that I mean, in our pending farewell to Brian Craig, I hope that they do his character justice. I mean, I really, really don't want to see him recast it right now. I'm so upset with Ava for switching out his meds. I really think that they could have went somewhere else with his story because he's already overcome so much with his bipolar disorder. And just to continuously put him into a downward spiral. I mean, it makes GH depressing to watch. We got Alexis, who used to be strong. Now she's a weak, weeping alcoholic. We have, Morgan, he can't seem to get out of this little, drainage pipe that he's in. It's just depressing, but I really hope that, I think we last seen him in November, and I really hope that it's Emmy-worthy, it's something good, and, don't recast. Give us a little break. And just leave the door open for him because it's the iconic character at this point. I mean, he's won an Emmy with it. He's done a fantastic job. And he's going to be sorely missed. I mean, some people don't care for him, but a lot of people love him, and I'm one of those people.
I'm one
I
too.
love him.
Yes.
Brian, if you're listening, I love you.
It does make you wonder why they want to leave.
Yeah, it does.
But
I'm sad.
I know. Should we pacify all GH fans for one thing? I mean, just because they're leaving doesn't mean the ship is sinking. It does not mean that, because I have read that Frank and Jean and Shelley just signed new contracts.
Right.
Yes. They did.
So I don't know. And with Tyler, all right, I don't know the story. And I don't know the full story, and I don't want to start anything. That's how I stand with that. I have no idea what happened. I don't know what happened. I guess, the thing is that maybe he could have asked for more money to come on. But, with the way the economy is, sometimes they just can't give it to him. What do you think?
You're right. And I mean, I have my own personal feelings about it that I won't go into on the show, but I just know that, the three of them will definitely be missed. I mean, my goodness, Tyler was on the show we saw him as a teen. So he's been on the show for over 20 years. He's done an excellent job. I can't even think of anyone else that I'd rather have as Nicholas. And he's had some great replacements. And I know that there's a lot of fans out there rooting for a particular one to maybe, come in. And I agree. That Nick, yes, Nick. he was a great substitute this year. He did an awesome job, and I just wish Tyler
I thought he did.
He did a great job.
Yeah, I did too.
I don't know what
I thought he did well.
Their contract, no one's really confirmed, and it's really none of our business. We just have to wish them well, and if we're fans, just continue to support them in whatever it is that they do.
But you know what it is? I pretty much think that when you have three genuine actors that all the fans really do love, and one after another, you just find out these three are leaving, it does something to the fans, and they don't want to lose them.
They don't want to lose them. But
I see big things. Like, I could see Brian and Tyler, and we haven't seen Tyler go off and do other things and then come back before.
Yeah.
Brian definitely has potential. I see it. And as well as Teresa. But I don't know if it was timed this way. I don't know if maybe they could have slackened the blow for us a little bit. But I think it does something to the fans. When three faves are going, and everyone's like, whoa.
Yeah, and the reason why it's so hard specifically for people that were their fans or are their fans, is because for the most part, these are characters that we saw every other day. And some of them we saw grow up. I mean, Teresa was only on the show for 4 years, but my goodness, we saw her blossom, you know, from the little, you know, the girl with the glasses and the curly frizzy hair to what she had become, a mother finally, and she was finally finding happiness. So, yeah, it's a definite blow to your heart when you lose them.
Fans invest in characters. That's what happens.
Yeah. And that's,
I think,
that's
you know,
the one thing that surprised me, which I found out today, that Michael let Teddy go.
Yes. Oh, my goodness, yes. Yes.
That broke my heart.
Wow.
I know. As much as I love Michael, I was so like, oh, but you know why it also hurt us? Not only because, you know, how hard Tracy fought Teddy's mother for him, or how much Michael loves Sabrina and how Teddy's like they're his only family that he knows. That's the last part of Sabrina. You know, he's taking him back to PR. I mean, he's just going to be off screen. I mean, I know there's probably going to be some, you know, the typical custody or something's happening down the line probably, but for right now, it's like they're just removing all parts of her from GH, and it's just sad.
I can't. I didn't read up on it. I don't know how and why she was let go because I didn't read it. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been so much of a shock. I mean, you know, they never tell us if they're going, and I think that's. Well, let me put this out to all of you. I mean, would you want to know that they're going? Or would you rather be surprised that they've been let go? Would you want to know ahead of time that they're leaving? You got a solid no?
I would if I could campaign, because I really think that's just a bad decision to kill off this character. You know, and maybe General Hospital, maybe they have another idea that we don't know about in the background.
That
you know,
could
of course,
be.
But you know, I just don't understand that decision on that.
Yeah, I think if letting the viewers know in advance gives an opportunity for feedback. You know, I think everyone deserves feedback. I know TV and film is completely different. It's about money and ratings, but you don't get that if we're tuning out because we're upset, we're hurt, we're frustrated, or whatever the case may be, because we're not seeing our favorites on the show. So, I mean, maybe they would have reconsidered if they had realized, you know, that within a matter of a week, 5,000 people would have signed a petition to get Teresa back on the show. You know, I mean, it's like a matter of days, and there were 5,000 people trying to get her rehired. So I just... Yeah,
I signed that petition.
I would appreciate some advance warning as well. I mean, so, you know, just my overall feelings about GH, you know, it's always been my favorite out of all the soaps. You know, I'm just now starting to watch some of the others on the other stations to just become a little bit more familiar with the characters and everything. But it's always been my favorite. It's always been packed with everything that gives you some sort of emotion, whether you were happy, you were sad, you were excited, you were shocked, you were angry, you know, you were frustrated, and it built you up from that moment into, you know, another climax from another scene. GH has always had it all, you know, the romance, everything, and I think I'm just missing a lot of the past. And with these actors leaving, you know, Brian, he's young, you know, maybe he thinks it's his time, and, you know, it's time for him to move on, you know, but the fact that we lost Tyler, I just hope that this isn't a trend. Like, things happen in threes. Okay, so let's, maybe things will be good for the rest of 2016. And I hope that, more actors, as their contracts come up, they don't decide to walk away because things are so different from how it used to be in the past with the writing, the network budgets and all that. GH is definitely different from how it used to be. I don't care what anyone says. It's different.
No, I agree with you, Charlotte.
I agree.
I think we used to get Love in the Afternoon.
Yep.
Not Hickeys and other things.
Oh, look, don't let me go down my list of what I do.
We used to get Adventure, and we used to get, let's go way back, Sunny and Brenda. We can go Luke and Laura. Luke and Laura went on adventures and figuring out things. You have Anna and Robert. You have, Adventure, where they're gone. That danger, that where you sit on the edge of your seat and you can't wait for your soap to come on the next day because you need to know what happened because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's I think that's what I'm missing from it all.
Definitely.
And people watch these. We know it's a soap, and we know what's happening in our own real lives. But if we can check out for an hour, go to Port Charles on our TV, and and live a luxury life, and just get away from our own issues and escape. But I have found that with General Hospital, it's so depressing right now. Evil wins day in and day out, and I don't understand. I just feel like, for me, that nobody's listening to what the fans are saying. The majority of fans that you see on Twitter, you see in a lot of General Hospital groups, are saying they're disappointed. And it's like if you go to McDonald's, you expect to get French fries, right? So if we go to General Hospital and watch, we expect to get a few consistencies and stories, and that thirst, as you said, for tomorrow. I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. And I'm not finding that. I'm just like, I'm thinking, goodness, I wonder what they're going to, I don't want to get too invested in this story because they've already changed Teddy's paternity and how that happened. They changed Paul shooting Sonny because they wanted Paul to be a good guy. Guys, did you forget that he blackmailed Ava for sex?
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll come back.
So
I would love to see how they're really going to turn that around.
I'm sure it'll come back. They don't want to give you a straight thing. They want to horseshoe you. They'll start you on the south end, and then you're going around the east. You're turning to them west, and then you're coming back north. They're going to horseshoe you and bring you all the way around the other side until
the problem is I'm getting
truth.
dizzy. David, I'm getting dizzy from the inconsistencies. It's
Right.
spinning my head.
Yep.
I can't keep up. Now, wait a minute. Carlos shot Sonny. No, he didn't. They switched it back to Paul. Paul shot him. Paul shot him. No. Carlos did. Good Lord. And
let's not.
And then we have Liz.
Oh Lord.
Then we have Liz.
You said the evil name.
Oh.
Liz. Yes, I'm not naming my daughter Elizabeth. But why? I just don't understand. They have her so evil, and now she's a delicate flower that Jason and Franco are fighting over. Can we move past that?
Can you name a character that we've seen the last month? I think this week might have been a mild exception, but she has literally almost been on TV almost every day.
Absolutely. And then the 2 days that she wasn't on last week, she was the discussion.
Yeah, they mentioned her.
Storyline centered around her.
Right.
And it's not, and think about it, she's not in these conversations or even in the scenes, she's not the main character. She's not the main issue, but they're they're crafting all these stories and all this dialogue to include her. It's like it could have very well have not had her involved. It's just really strange.
I think what was strange was Jason going to the hospital.
On his wedding night?
Exactly. And we didn't even get a wedding night. Like, it's Jason and Sam.
Well, what happened in this courtroom, ladies? We leave this scene, and Sam's sitting beside Mama, right? And then the next scene, Alexis is at the Metro Court having a drink, and
Sam.
Olivia is giving her H, and then the next scene is the verdict, and Olivia's beside Alexis where Sam was. Did I not Sam?
Oh, you said looking at the semantics.
That's why I said the role of Samantha Morgan is now being played by Olivia Falconeri. I mean, she just disappeared. They didn't even say, well, you know, because she's pregnant. They could have said, oh, Sam's not feeling good. She had to go home and lay down. You know, something. Like she
There's
literally
always something missing.
Yeah.
Something missing and someone missing.
Gotta hope that it's going to be picked up. We hope it. We have to hope that they remember to pick up the slack, and if not, you know, we have to remind them politely, and I have to strengthen that word politely. That they missed the mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll get into that politely more on another show.
Well, I'm going to say goodbye because
You are?
Yes, I have children that are not listening upstairs. I can hear certain things going on. They're going to be in a lot of trouble tonight.
Christine, you really need to call Graham. Just call Graham.
Oh, that's right.
I know.
Call Graham.
Call Graham. I wish I had a Graham like that. Just take my kids. Snap my fingers, take my kids. Pull myself up. Graham, take the kids. Don't worry, Graham's got it covered. Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah.
If I said that to my mother would be like, what is wrong with you? But, yeah. I'm going to say goodbye.
Okay.
And I hope I'll listen to your Y&R part.
Okay.
As I deal with these lunatics.
Because I gave Sam some homework, so she's going to start off the Y&R.
You gave Sam had homework? Oh, boy.
He gave me homework. He does. He gives me homework.
I'll say one thing. I know you guys are talking about GH, but I just want to say, I see Nicholas. First of all, Phyllis. Wow. Hot mess. And I saw yesterday's show, which I think you guys will see today. It's going to set off some alarms. But I just want to say, what unraveled between Phyllis and Jack and how it was filmed, what a great way to film it.
Yes.
I absolutely
agree.
love
I gotta
it.
see that.
I loved it.
I gotta see
you
today's.
Missed it?
I haven't seen it
David.
yet. I don't. I saw yesterday's, but
I'm one day ahead.
Are you
Remember
talking about that she fell down the stairs?
Yes, I saw that, but we haven't seen what happened after that. I will see that today.
Ah. Oh, that's right. You are a day ahead, aren't you?
I'm a day ahead, so
I will see that part probably tomorrow then.
You know, I just want to say, Peter and Gina, oh my God. Like, if you could pull, I don't know if they put her name in the hat and just pulled it out. She just kind of picks it up and, wow, she goes with it.
But you know what, Gina, I first fell in love with her when I saw her on One Life to Live. And, I mean, she's always been perfection as an actress. She's freaking awesome.
She's I'm like, wow. I really like, and she's been a recast. Like, how many times has Phyllis been recast? Is it one?
She's the third one.
She's the third Phyllis?
She's
Holy
the third
geez.
one.
I love Michelle. Michelle, I love. I will never, like, Michelle played Phyllis in a whole different aspect, but I'm telling you, when Gina plays her, it's a different outcome you're getting. And I just want to say,
Gina's
when
in Michelle's territory right now. I think she's in, right now, the way she's playing Phyllis now, she's in
her
Michelle's.
Head, something.
Yeah.
She's done a phenomenal. I don't know. Maybe she's watched reel after reel of Michelle playing Phyllis, but holy cow! And then and that part where Phyllis breaks down and she hits herself and she falls on the floor. I don't know if she meant to fall or not, but that made it real. And the other thing I'm going to point out, when Jack says to her, and some people just think, oh, like, Jack, get over it. It's not a big deal. Some fans are saying. Jack says something, and I don't know if you guys saw that part yet. What did he say? He goes, he sees her with Billy. It's in his head. He's visualizing Billy and her, and that's why he can't forgive, forget, and get over it. It's like, you crossed, you broke your vows. And let's remember, this is not the first time Phyllis has done this.
Yes.
Because when she cheated with Nick, that was pretty bad, too. She's broken
Jack's
Jack's
that
heart.
was.
And I'm not a huge Jack fan. Yes. So I'll leave you guys with that.
Okay. You're going to listen in?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What else would I do? I can put the kids to bed and have my headphones in. No, but I'll still listen. No, I wouldn't do that. But I hope you guys have a great night. It was nice talking to all of you.
I hope you come back because you're more than welcome to.
Oh, that's always call in. I love calling in. It's like a little hobby now.
Hobbies are good.
Hobbies are good.
Yeah, that's true, too. When you have 4 kids, you need something.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of 4, good night, everyone.
Good night, Christine.
Good night.
Sharda, you still with us?
I am still here only because I have started watching Young and Restless.
Okay. You want to hear You want to hear Tam's homework?
Yes.
Tam is gonna do her homework. I gave her an assignment for tonight, and whenever you're ready, Tam, go ahead.
I hope I'm saying her name correctly. Sally Sussman. Am I saying that correctly, David? Okay.
Yes.
And,
Sally Sussman Marina.
Yes. And she's the new head writer. She took over the duties, that Charles Pratt Jr. had. And so I have a quote here that I'll read to you. Sally was part of the team that brought Young and Restless to its long-standing position as America's #1 daytime drama and brings with her years of experience writing storylines. Steve Kent, Senior Executive Vice President of Programming for Sony Pictures Television, said in a statement, her long-standing familiarity with the citizens of Genoa City and her great storytelling made her a perfect choice to take the reins at Young and Restless. So, I think that's...
she knows the people.
Yes. And she has extensive writing experience, obviously. And I have another little footnote of information that after working several years as a writer on various programs, in 1983, she was hired to work with William J. Bell on The Young and Restless.
83 she started.
Yes, and she was there for 5 years. So, and she was nominated for 3 Emmy Awards. So I am excited for Young and Restless. And that was my homework. How'd I do, David?
You did good. There was I like to add a little bit to it, that Kay Alden is coming back as story consultant and working with Sally.
Yes.
And Kay goes back, maybe give or take around the same time. I can't be sure, but I know that I was tweeting Melody Thomas Scott last night, and she was thrilled with it. I asked her when Sally's work first airs, and she told me, why don't we give her a few seconds? I don't think she was aware either. Says, like, we're 5 weeks ahead, so she told all of us to hang in there, and you won't be disappointed.
Okay, so the new material from the new staff, the new head writer, we'll see that in about a month. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not really sure, because actually for some reason I saw the script for Halloween and Charles Pratt's name is still on that, so I'm thinking sometime after that.
Okay. Well, if you guys are excited, I'm excited, because I have to tell you, being
I can tell you there's a Facebook group that's thrilled to pieces. I mean, the one I belong to, and if they're listening, and because I like how one of the ladies put it, and I want to quote her. Says, Maul is not playing games. And that's when she put on, that's when the announcement says that he brought Kay Alden back as story consultant.
Oh, wow. You're going to have to message me that group so I can join it.
Okay, it's called Keeping Up Y&R on Facebook.
Cool. Thank you.
Keeping Up with Y&R. They're very, we are, all opinions are open, and with that group, yeah. If you got opinions, they let it all hang out. I mean, there are some that, don't like to hear what others have to say, and I have to say that sometimes I'm one of those people, but I don't let it bother me for too long, because if I do, all I do is, not go back for a while, and then, blow it off elsewhere. But all opinions are open. So I think you'd like the group if you wanted to join.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I mean, if they're beyond ecstatic, then because the writing, just from me watching it, the past couple days, I'm like, wow, this is the dialogue. Some of the things that Jack said to Phyllis, I was like, crack it up. I mean, it was so great. They're back and forth, and so if it's going to get even better, I just can't wait. I'm excited.
I think it's going to get better. And just okay, Tim, did you want to add anything to that one?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Let's see. Well, all right. What I did notice in that script, Patty's coming back, and she'll be there for Halloween. She's in that Halloween script.
Oh.
Yeah. And this new guy, I think it's her doctor. I don't know who he is. But they got... Isn't it weird how we can find those pictures out? That they want to show that? I mean, they're taping that Halloween this week. So we're going to see it around Halloween. So you can tell they're like 4.5 to 5.5 weeks ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. So Patty's coming back, and I don't know. I have no idea what she'll be up to. Your guess is as good as mine. We all know what we want her to be up to, but we don't know for sure if that's what it's going to be. Right, Tam?
Right.
Are you thinking that she's Sharon's caller now?
Yes. Yeah.
Or
and
did you think that before I brought that up?
No, I was kind of thinking that, and I was thinking that I think that Solly, I think that's got to come out eventually, and I hope that they make Sharon back to the strong character that she was.
Yep. We're hoping that she gives Sally and Kay, give the character some more respect. Maybe she'll have them tell the truth. Redemption is tough.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Redemption is tough. She's gonna have. I'm interested. I hope they can bring her to a point. One thing about Sully coming out about being Christian is that Adam is gone right now, and regardless, I don't think when they find out that Christian was Adam's, and if he's gone, I don't think it would make a difference to Nicholas at this point. That's what I'm hoping. And one because Sharda, Tam knows what scene I've been watching over and over again. That just has me choking up every time I watch it. You can tell her which one I'm not watching.
One with Adam telling Nick to take care of his wife and his son, right?
Aww.
Yep, that chokes me up every time. I love watching that scene.
On.
I think it's a turning point. And
I'm going to watch it tonight.
I think it's a turning point, don't you?
I do.
In showing Nicholas growing up. And I'd like to see if Adam does come back, that Nicholas's support of his little brother is always going to be there, no matter what. That's what I'd like to see.
A bond that can't be broken. Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of that. And Josh and Justin just handled that beautifully. What do you think? Did you see that, Sharda? Did you see that scene?
No, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch the scene tonight. No.
Let me. Well, that was. How far back was that, Tam? That was before he got killed off.
Yes. Was that last week?
So it was August.
Was it August? Oh, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Where are we? Oh, I've lost so much track of time.
We're mid-September. Well, shoot,
Yeah,
towards
September
the end,
1st was his last aired day. Justin's last aired day. So it was August.
It was the end of August.
Yeah, it was. Sharda, I can send it to you.
Oh, well, of course, because you watch it all the time.
Because it's on YouTube.
Yeah, that'll work.
Do you want to? I can tell you where. The subscriber to that, look under Delicate Hearts. That's the YouTube subscriber. Okay? And they got all Adam and Chelsea. It's all Adam and Chelsea.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'm Chatham through and through.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. Tam, what's news on? What news do we have? Well, Chris mentioned about Jack and Phyllis are hot.
Yes.
Item. When I watched yesterday's, I saw him. He actually quit the foundation, and that's where I left off.
Yes. That surprised me. I did not know that was going to happen.
Yeah, but did you hear his reasoning? It's like he feels like it's all a fraud, and people never really reform. They just fall back into their old ways, like his brother. Everything he does and says now, he adds Billy into it.
Yep,
so.
He does. And what else? What else is new? There's not really much. Hillary's been off the canvas for a little bit. Just saw a little bit of Devon and Lily. And Jill is trying to get Travis to come to work for Chancellor and be a spokesman and put him as far away from Victoria as possible.
I just started watching and I had to laugh when she offered him that. He's like, you want me to be what? And all you did, you don't even know anything about me? That was funny.
It is funny. What do we all think of Michael Rourke's Travis?
I like him. I think he's doing a great job. I think he fits that role. But I can't help but reflect back to Billy Miller when he was Billy, the bartender and those things. I can't help doing that association.
Yeah. I know what you mean. And Jill, I swear, I looked and I swear Jill was drooling.
Oh, yes.
Literally. And that's about the most of it. And I know in the meantime there, I know that Kane wants Brash and Sassy to himself because he's fed up with both Vicky and Billy. He can't stand the bickering. Victoria's head is sort of screwed on not so tightly because she's still thinking about Billy while being with Travis.
Yes. Victoria getting advice from her mother on relationships. Are you serious? Okay. I'll just go
Victoria's
with the flow.
getting advice from her mother? From Nikki?
Yes. From Nikki about relationships. You know, Nikki encouraged her
Yeah.
to go forth and conquer, you know.
Yep. She's going to give that same advice to Phyllis, too, I heard.
Yes.
Well, is there anything else on Y&R that we should know about right now?
Nothing
Well,
that I can think of.
You said that the last scene that you saw was him quitting?
Yeah, today.
The foundation?
Well, that was yesterday's.
Okay, that's right. So you did not
yet.
see today. Okay.
I did not see today's. I'll probably see it right after the show.
Yeah, something really bad happened today.
I think I have an idea, but I'll leave it like that. So
Today
before,
in Canada's show?
Yeah, this show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we sign off, I'd like to get each of you give your message to the fans on why we should watch. Sharda, you want to start?
On what?
Give a message to the fans out there about why we should continue watching.
Just all soaps in general?
All soaps in general.
I'm sorry. You know, first and foremost, I personally feel as though we should all continue to support the soaps in the best way that we can, simply because this is a dying genre, and, you know, they've been around for over 50 years. So you have to think about the time, the effort, the history, and not just on the actors and the crew and everyone involved on set, but the people that have invested their time and supported these shows over, you know, half a century. It's amazing. It's fun. Like Tamara said earlier, it's that hour a day, maybe sometimes, you know, 3.5 if you watch all 4, that you just want to get away. And, you know, they're fun, they're fantasy, and, you know, like I was saying before, you know, when they can tap into all of your emotions, whether I'm watching a TV show, a movie, or a soap, I think that's some awesome creativity. And so, you know, we've grown to love these actors by seeing them every day, and I just think that we should support them in any way that we can.
Absolutely. Tam, you want to add?
Well, that's so. She said it so well. Can I just say ditto?
I think you just did. How about?
She said everything I was going to say. So.
She said everything you're going to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to add to it. You got some more? Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
All right. Listen, writing for a soap opera takes a lot of time and effort and imagination, and no matter who it is, you got to give you got to give these people credit for what they do, even if you don't like how they're writing it.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time, and I mean, no one is perfect. No one gets it right. I mean, because we will complain about one writer over another, how they don't know the characters so well as that we do. But they know how to write, and the best that we can do is keep watching and hope for the best, and just maybe, I don't know, take it a different way. Instead of telling them what you don't like about it, and politely tell them what you do like, what you do appreciate about it. And maybe, just maybe, you could get some answers. You could get some answers that way. And like I said, politeness is key, because you don't want to show negative attitude, because it can come back and bite you in spades.
Yeah, that's true.
So enjoy. Try and appreciate the individual creativity, even though you're not liking it, but still keep on watching, because we don't want them to go anyplace either. They must be doing something right, because we're still watching. So we can pray that they'll continue, and we hope to. So keep on watching and enjoy, and be a part of everything. What do you think of that?
I love it. We're going to stay positive as best as we can, although I'll be the first one to admit I get frustrated and I'll do a crazy post. But I'm always usually very nice in how I bring it across, and a little funny too. But in the meantime, I guess we'll just keep wishing and hoping and thinking and praying that the soaps can last for another 50 years.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen to that. Okay, so we shall return on the second Thursday of October and regroup on the past probably 4 weeks. Am I looking at? I'm looking at 4 weeks.
Yes.
Tim, take notes.
Yes, I'll take notes.
Yep,
I'll have
and
more homework,
Sharda,
I'm sure.
we really appreciate you calling in,
thank
and we
you.
hope you enjoy calling in.
I do. I really do. You all have a good night.
You
You
too.
too. Thank you so much for calling in.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you want to end it with me together and listen to the music?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you going?
Tim and I would like to thank you. Tim and I would like to thank all of you for calling in and listening to us, and we'll see you in about, is it 4 weeks, 2 weeks?
4 weeks.
Can you pull out the calendar? Why don't you pull out the calendar for me? Second
3 weeks.
Thursday. 3 weeks?
Yeah, so it'd be 3 weeks. Yes, October 13th is 3 weeks, right? 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the second Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. October 13th. All right. Stay with me, and you'll see what I do here. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And Good night. Hold on right a minute. What's this? Hold on there, ma'am. Okay. Step 1. And let me see if I can get this one.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit Take2Radio.com.
Good night, everybody.